Now, we don't know too much about the dragons that live within Hytale, besides that they look dope AF, but what we do know is that they are going to be a bigger part of Hytale's story arc, and that there will be more than just one encounter with them. We currently know of 2 different dragons that will be in Hytale, the Void Dragon and the Ice Dragon. But what other dragons could be lurking within Hytale's different biomes? Are there dragons that fight to protect players? Will there be dragons that want to raid your castle and steal your gold? Can you train, befriend, or even ride these beasts? Could there be more to these creatures and their lore, or are they all just evil monsters whose only purpose is to be destroyed by the heroes of Hytale? Today we are going to talk about these legendary beasts and find out where you might find them. If I were a super awesome game dev like one of the Hytale developers, I wouldn't miss out on the chance to make dragons as fun as they could be. I would make them highly detailed and have loads of fun interactable features. You can see from this clip of a player turning into the ice dragon that when it flies through the air, its wings actually move as though there was wind going through them. Wow, detail! If I could choose what features that these dragons would have in Hytale, I would do a couple things. First, I would take a look at other games and movies where dragons are a main factor, like Ark, Skyrim, Century Age of Ashes. Those are all games that do their dragons very, very well, but in different ways. Ark lets you tame and breed dragons, or wyverns in this case, and you are able to ride them and take them into battle and pick things up. You can go hunting, you can gather materials, you can just go for a joyride, you can do whatever you want with them, but they have an elemental base and you can breed them. Breeding is a really cool factor in this game, and it would be really cool to see if you can tame and ride dragons in Hytale. If you could also breed them, that could also be pretty cool. I doubt they'll add that because that's a pretty game-breaking feature if you have an army of dragons to go fight whatever you want in the game. Skyrim, I know, has many dragons that you will go fight and kill. I haven't personally done this in Skyrim. The ability to go fight dragons and even find dragons that you can side with is pretty cool. I would like to see something like this in Hytale where maybe there is a neutral dragon that isn't aggressive unless you attack it first, and maybe you can choose your own adventure. Do you fight it and kill it, take what it has, or do you make friends with the dragon and see what happens from that? And then Century Age of Ashes is a dragon flying game that hasn't come out yet, but I did get some behind the scenes footage of the closed beta and it was super fun. The flight in that game is just amazing. The ability to dive and duck and dodge and dip and dive. The sound effects, the flight mechanics are just super well done. The PvP is fun. A little more like, you're a starfighter. It's pretty much Star Wars Squadrons, but with dragons, but it's really cool. And I hope to see dodges you can do or dive bombing. That would be really awesome. Some awesome movies that the devs could use for inspiration for their dragons would be How to Train Your Dragon, Aragon, and The Hobbit. In How to Train Your Dragon, there's many different types of dragons and different species. Each species has different powers and weaknesses and strength. Some are faster than others, some are sneakier than others, some are stronger than others. I would love to see something like this where there's different kinds of dragons. Maybe one dragon in one zone isn't much of a threat, but then you go to another zone and it's like the king of beasts. I would like to see a lot of stuff from Aragon. I feel like this could very well fit Hytale since you can wield magic. These dragons probably have magical properties. So if you were to tame a dragon, you would gain some magical strength from that, or XP or whatever, and you could then become a better Hytale survivalist or whatever because you can now shoot fire or something, or you have this or this power. Whatever power your dragon has, you may also share. I would also love to see dragon saddles and dragon armor. That could be super cool. And then of course Smaug from The Hobbit. I'm sure we're going to find some sort of dragon guarding, a cave of gold, and we might just accidentally stumble upon this huge gold pile and there's a dragon guarding it, and now we have to fight it or run for our lives. I think that would be awesome. That's what I've always missed in other games, like let's say Minecraft or even in Ark. You're not going to stumble onto something like new. It's like in Ark, it's a set map. You're going to go in there every time and it's the same thing again and again. And then in Minecraft, it's going to be randomly generated, but I think there's one mod that adds this feature, and that I love that. I've never played it, but the concept of that is really, really cool. Even if the devs don't add this stuff into the game, I think that dragons are going to be really, really fun and really awesome, and everyone's going to love them. I don't think they're going to do them wrong. I just have a couple ideas on how to do them even better. And if the devs don't add any of these features that we talked about, I'm going to do it. So I have been gathering information and working with a couple people on concepts for my own modded Hytale server. The basic idea of the server would be you are able to tame dragons, raise dragons, breed dragons, and then take them and go fight people. You can PvP, you can PvE with them. Some features that we want to include in this server are immersive flight, so diving, soaring, different types of movement mechanics, immersive bonding and taming. So you have to like really interact with your dragon, with your, companion. We're gonna model and texture our own dragons and species into the game with varying color patterns. We want to add different saddles and armor that you can put on your dragon to boost its stats and look cool. We want to have different element variants, so even if there's not a dragon for each element, there will be in our server. We want immersive breeding, dragon ranching, dragon hunting. We want players to be able to choose a side. Either they raise dragons and protect them, or they hunt them down. There will be good dragons and evil dragons and neutral dragons as well. We'll have mini games revolving around dragon riding, jousting, all kinds of stuff like with that. We might include like a factions thing where there's PvP with dragons, so you have to build a base and protect it and fight other players on dragons, and just a whole ton of ideas that we're working on behind the scenes. We are, in fact, looking for concept artists, modelers, and just general Hytale developer staff because we're very short-handed. Again, this isn't going to happen for probably like a couple years, but this is what is going on behind the scenes while I'm waiting for Hytale. Crimson Crow is already helping me with a lot of the concept art and the ideas for this. We're just doing a whole ton of stuff for this. So if you are interested in helping me and my community make something like this in Hytale, there's an application if you want to help out. You can apply down below and we will contact you if we want to work with you. Anything we end up doing is going to be paid, so we are looking for very professional work, very experienced, since this would be a very important project. But again, we might not have any work for you for like a year, but this is just to make sure we know people. We already started making music for this sort of server. If you guys haven't seen it already, Slama just released a new song commissioned by me that represents my dragon and this server that we plan to release. So if you guys like what you hear, make sure to go follow Slama and get ready for the next couple songs, because there's gonna be a couple, and I'm really, really excited. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. Holy crap. I've gained like 600 subscribers in the past month, so thank you guys for everything you are doing. You guys are amazing, and I can't thank you enough for all the support. But what I can thank you enough for is all this awesome fan art, guys. Holy cow, I love this stuff. Keep up the good work. All this fan art is beautiful and awesome, and it makes me so happy to see this. So thank you guys so much. Keep up the good work, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.